Hey there folks, what is going on? Thank you for checking out this video. In this video I'm going to show you a performance mod that you can get for under £10 that will give you reasonable brake horsepower increases. Now we always think that performance mods need to be really expensive, however that is not the case whatsoever. And in this video I'm going to disprove that fact. Now take my car for example, it's 20 years old. It's probably lost some brake horsepower over the years. When it came out the factory in 1999, it developed a whopping 306 brake horsepower from a 5-litre V8. Now, per litre, that's not a lot at all. And when the car weighs as much as the S500 does, you do notice performance starts to drop. However, with this mod, I will prove to you that it's very easy to get that horsepower that you've lost over the years to recapture its former glory. You can remap your car. It works better for diesels, granted, but if you're rolling with a petrol without a turbo, a remap doesn't really, the amount that it costs money-wise, it doesn't actually give you that much performance. I'm going to show you a performance mod that is under £10 and gives you a reasonable amount of brake horsepower increase. So what I want to show you is a product here in the UK. I'm sure you can buy it overseas in the US. It is Red-X. Now, what Red-X does, this is for petrol engines because I have a petrol engine, which makes sense. It says on the back that Red-X safely breaks down and removes harmful deposits in injectors and fuel system. As a result, you will have reduced exhaust emissions and restored performance. Red-X for a better drive. Now, some of these claims I'm unsure of, especially in relation to the exhaust emissions. I have no way of testing that, so I do not know if this product works for that. I've got 2 bottles. I'm not sure if you can see that. The camera will not focus. It cost me £5 for 2 bottles. Now Red-X say that you need to use a bottle for every full tank. That would be very expensive and you only recapture that lost horsepower once until the system gets clogged up again, and then you can use another bottle. Using a bottle every full tank of fuel will not give you 10 brake horsepower every bottle you use. This is not liquid horsepower. So Red-X claims it reduces exhaust emissions, something that we cannot test here today. However, we are saving the Chinese fluffy white polar bears, and to me that is a win. For £5, can you really go wrong with restoring your engine's performance? If anything, it might get you through an MOT. I do use 2 bottles a year. Granted, I don't use it with every full tank of fuel. That would not be cost effective with the price of petrol over here in the UK. I use one about 3 months before the MOT is due, and then I use it 1 week before the MOT is due. Just to kind of, the first bottle, I think in my head, using common sense, kind of breaks it down, and the second bottle you use before your MOT kind of flushes the system out. Anyway, without further ado, I'm going to go and fill up the car with fuel. I'll show you me pouring it into the petrol, and then we'll resume and see if we can notice a difference straight away. It does state you need to use a full tank of petrol. I guess if you only use half a tank, then this will be too strong. I normally use 3/4 of a tank. I never fill my car all the way to the brim with petrol, as for me that increases the weight of the car, and I only get 13 miles to the gallon on a good day. I don't want to drop that to 9, especially with how I drive. Anyway, so without further ado, let's get right into it, and we'll go and fill up the car with fuel. So in the S500, off to go get some fuel. I thought I would show you everything, just so it is non-ambiguous. Let's turn this off because it's an absolutely lovely day here, and that camera's very shaky, which is concerning. Not that I was going to do anything outrageous anyway, but I'm just fearful that it might fall over. We're going to grab some fuel. We're then going to apply the Red-X, and then I'll take you for another spin, and we will see exactly what's happened, if anything at all. I'm not suggesting that we're going to get horsepower increases straight away, because I can assure you we won't. But hey, all in the essence of a video, right? So this is 6 days after installing the Red X. I've given it 6 days just because I want all of it to be cleared out. I've wasted a whole tank of fuel, so I can confirm that this bottle has completely been used up in my car. Now, have I noticed a difference in horsepower? The car feels a lot more responsive. I feel like there's more torque there to give me. You're not going to get crazy horsepower differences. This will probably, if you have an old car, put you back up to quite a close range to where you were before when the car was first made. It won't give you more horsepower than that. I think my car's lost about 30 horsepower over the years, and I think this has redeemed quite a few. Car feels a lot more responsive. I feel like it changes gear smoother because it's not having to rev so hard, and therefore saving me fuel, I guess, overall. Would I suggest you put this in a car under 5 years old? Probably not. I don't think it will give you any benefits apart from wasting your money. They say you lose about 1 horsepower a year. Well, if that's the case, I've lost about 20. So therefore, I might have gained 10 or 15 back from using this product. Who knows? All I can say is my honest opinion, that I feel like the car is more responsive. Is that placebo? Well, I don't have a dyno to tell. But all the tests that I've seen, this product has worked very successfully and regained that horsepower back. So that is my honest review. I recommend it if your car's over 10 years old. If it's a relatively new car, you're probably not going to get that many performance gains from it. But hey, it's £4. Is it worth a try for £4? Probably yes. Until the next video review I do, take care.